welcome everyone to the Bitter Panelists. Welcome back.
Hi.
Yes, you can say hello.
Thanks for having us, as always.
Yeah, it's been a while, I feel like, because the last time we did was in October or September.
I don't even remember anymore.
Yeah.
It was either late September or very early October.
Yeah, something like that. The last time we had an episode together was the Bitter Unknown, I think, and this was all about ghost stories, campfire tales, local legends, cryptids, all kinds of shit. And that was a lot of fun. So now we're back with our next topic, and we're talking about Tubi today. So I'm real excited about this, but of course we want to introduce the Bitter Panelists. So we have Our Life in Horror. Welcome back to you two. And we have Mike and Serial. So welcome back, Mike, who's ditched his Mike Unofficial X account. And now he's just in the Serial box as it is. So Mike, you want to tell everyone who you are, what you do, why you're here today?
Thank you. I'm Mike and Serial, and I do horror content for about a year now. So that's been fun. I am one half of Voices from the Mausoleum, where big majority of what we do is covering found footage on Fridays for Found Footage Fridays. We do have a lot more that's coming in the new year that we're excited about. We also are now hosting the annual Sacred Crypt Awards. We just had our first one in October, which everybody here was a winner. So congratulations on your guys' wins. And then I'm also 1/3 of Rise from the Dead podcast, where we discuss and dissect hidden gems and older horror movies that you may or may not have heard of. And then I do my own personal content on Instagram and TikTok, Mike and Serial. And most of what I do is Salute Your Short Saturdays. I like to honor and acknowledge horror short films and the filmmakers who make them. And then I just do some odds and ends all over the place of movie reviews.
Hey, fantastic. Yes. And anything else you want to add, Mike? You sure you're doing enough over there?
And then I have other projects, but those are hush-hush right now.
Okay. All right. Good. Thank you, Mike. And Our Life in Horror, welcome back to Sam and Brendan. I know you both had a very busy October, and yet you're still not slowing down through November. So what do you have? Who are you?
We're people.
We're people.
Yeah.
We're aliens.
We're AI generated.
Oh.
Yeah.
We've got a YouTube channel. We do movie reviews, lots of live shows. We slowed down a little this past month. I think we had a little bit of burnout during spooky season.
Yeah.
You're diving more into physical media videos, which I'm excited about.
Mm-hmm.
We actually have, I don't know exactly when this is coming out, but we've got a 10-hour marathon stream coming up, which you guys are both a part of. December 13th, 10 a.m. Eastern, we're starting. There's going to be a new guest on every hour with a new horror topic, and we're going to be fundraising for a group called Sobriety Sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've also got our first ever horror movie award show coming up February 7th. The Screamies. Yeah. Yeah. Did I cover everything?
I think so.
We're on Instagram, TikTok, X, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, they have all kinds of great stuff on their channel. Their live shows are really fun and interactive. If you want to go engage in the chats. And yeah, it's lots of good times over at Our Life in Horror. So the live show, what's the topic that I'm doing in the live show? I can't remember. I remember the award that I'm presenting at the thing.
Is body horror.
Oh, that's right. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I have a little format. They're just 50-minute segments that you guys will be on for. So they're little short and sweet topic hours. And Mike, you're on for found footage, obviously.
Ooh. Stepping out of his comfort zone. We're gonna be awake for 24 hours. Is that what you're saying? This is a 20. We have to stay awake for 24 hours for this marathon. What is this?
It's
10
a 10-hour
10 hours.
marathon.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Oh my gosh, 24 hours? I could never.
Maybe
That'll
one
be
day.
next year.
Yeah, I'm scared to do 10, to be honest. Get this.
I've seen
computer
people do
screen
it
on.
on Twitch a lot. 24-hour streams is like a huge thing for when they do charity streams and stuff. And I do not know how these people do it.
Yeah,
Especially
it's
like,
insane.
because I know they're playing video games and then they separate stuff, but still, that is a lot of time to be at your screen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Video games would be a lot easier.
For
Easier.
me, it'd be harder.
You pick a
Mhm.
you pick a 10-hour game. Like takes 10 hours to beat. You just play through the whole game.
That
or
would be
24
harder
hours.
for me personally because it would be so stimulating and the screen on you, and like I need this 10-hour like breaks in between, like 10-minute breaks.
She didn't know me during my gaming days. 24 hours is probably a breeze.
I think I agree with Brendan on this one. It just depends on who you are and what keeps you occupied in different ways. Like if I'm following a story in a game and it's also tactile, so you're doing stuff with your hands and you're focused on a linear progression. If you're watching a movie, you can do stuff with your hands, namely be on your phone, and that's going to distract you from the movie, you know? So I feel like if I'm sitting there trying to focus on the movie, it's harder to do that for 24 hours than the video game, just for me. But yeah, but if it goes well this year, the problem you're going to run into is that next year you're going to be pressured to do even better, so you'll have to do 24
Longer.
hours. Yeah,
How about 11?
We'll see.
We'll jump it up an hour
One
every
hour
year.
every
Increase
year.
it half an hour each year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, not a full hour, because that could get out of hand whenever your career really takes off, and then you're at the 40-year retrospective. And you know that can have diminishing returns as you get older, so it's hard to pull off. All right, well, welcome back everybody, and we're here to talk about Tubi today. So my first question for all of you is, when did Tubi first enter your life? And do you like Tubi? Do you use it a lot? Let's just talk about that.
I personally don't even remember how long, probably, I don't even know when Tubi originally started, but I do know that I remember watching it when a lot of people did not know what it was, and we were trying to find out if it was a legitimate app or not, because they really, like, some of the stuff that was on Tubi, like straight rips of movies where you're like, this is just bootlegs on an app. I just remember the quality of stuff that was on Tubi, but I've been watching it for quite a while. I know I was watching it before the pandemic, but I do use Tubi quite a lot. I love watching things on Tubi.
Okay. Does anyone know? I just looked up when it was founded, so I have an answer, but does anyone have a guess when Tubi was officially founded?
Oh boy.
2015.
Okay. Any other guesses?
2017?
All right.
I'll go
Sam?
2016.
Brendan wins the day on this one. It is April something. April what? April 1st. That's it was, but that's true. April 1st, 2014.
Okay.
So it's had a good run in these 11 years. I think I started around the same time as Mike on this one, like before the pandemic. I think it was like right when I came back from Vietnam in 2019, and I discovered it because I was staying at my sister's house, and I was like, wow, this thing is so magical. So and I still think that. What about for you all?
I don't think I discovered it until maybe like 2021, 2022. We discovered it together, didn't we? Or did you know about it?
No, I knew about this.
Oh, I didn't know about it.
Yeah, I knew about it because, like, before, while I was taking my break from collecting, I was trying to find any free way to watch movies, and this would always pop up. And I did have it downloaded for a long time, and I'd look through it every once in a while, but there was nothing ever like I'd watch the odd thing on here, but there's nothing. Looking through it today made me realize that I should probably keep looking through it more because there's a lot more on there than what I was expecting.
Crazy. Yeah.
Whether or not all of it's going to be good or not, I did scroll through a couple films and was like, I probably wouldn't watch that now, but yeah, I've been with it for a long time.
There's definitely more on it now that I would say is of like some of the Tubi originals we're going to talk about later are like pretty decent quality, some of them.
For
And
sure.
then there's definitely movies where I'm like, oh, I would have watched that in my drinking days. Probably won't anymore, but yeah, it's such a variety.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's and I'm sure it's changed. I can't remember exactly how it was in the early days. I feel like in the early days I was using it to discover independent movies that were new. And it was really exciting because I was discovering all this stuff I didn't realize was happening. I was like, wow, the stuff outside of the mainstream is much crazier than I imagined. I thought that stopped in like the 90s, but it didn't. And so I think Tubi has a lot of that. But then it also it helped give you access to older movies too, like from the 80s or even 70s and earlier. So I was able to discover a lot of crazy things from those previous decades as well. So I think Tubi is full of wonders, and we're going to explore some of those wonders today. You know, actually, I think that Tubi probably goes back earlier than 2014 because something this magical had to have been written in the stone cave paintings or something like that, because I think it's just a blessing. Whenever I went through this to prepare, I told you all before I was looking through which movies that I've logged on Letterboxd are currently streaming on Tubi, and it was like half the movies I have on Letterboxd, and it was like just highlighted how much of a great resource this is. All right, so we have several categories today. We're going to talk about cover art. So one of the things I like about Tubi is how it's kind of like the old video store experience. You can scroll through it and you can find crazy titles. You can find movies based on their crazy cover art. And so we're going to pick some that have some crazy cover art, and we'll pop it up on the screen and check it out. Then we'll talk about some crazy titles. We'll talk about some hidden gems, and we'll talk about some Tubi originals. Hey, well, let's talk about some of our crazy cover art here. So we want to start. Brendan, do you want to kick us off? And I'll pull up your movie on the screen. Let me. Oh, but here's the thing. Sam and Brendan are in Canada, so what's available to them may differ from what's available to us. So if you Canadians give us something that's not available here, it does not count because America is number one.
Just because Thanksgiving passed for you guys, we will allow it. That's it. That's our Christmas gift to you.
Okay, thanks. When is Canadian Thanksgiving again? I can't remember.
It's in October. It's the second weekend of October, I think.
I did make us Thanksgiving dinner though yesterday.
She did.
Thursday.
Yeah, she did make us Thanksgiving dinner. She was definitely had some FOMO going on.
Okay.
I love that.
What did you make?
Everything, basically.
Yeah, I
like,
made a ham. I did mac and cheese, stuffing, mashed potatoes, carrots. Did some dessert.
everything.
Okay. All
Just
right.
for fun.
Did you watch any Thanksgiving horror movies, anybody?
Christy,
Oh, yeah, we watched that like 3 weeks ago, though.
What's
Yeah, we watched.
our review came out on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we watched Christy.
It must be interesting. Like,
Which is also on Tubi.
oh yeah, it is.
Oh, is it?
Thanksgiving is on TV.
Well, our Tubi at least.
Yes, yes, the number one TV. Okay, well, let's go back to Brendan. Brendan, what was your pick for the first cover art?
So my first cover art is going to be one movie that we've wanted to see. I haven't seen any of the movies for the next two categories. I'm just going based off of cover art that I'm like grabs me and title that grabs me or makes me laugh. So we've been wanting to see this movie since it came out, and it wasn't streaming anywhere from what we know of. It's not even the rent. But we were just scrolling through it today, and guess what's on there? Frogman.
Oh, it is. That's on ours too.
Is it okay? Because we had no way to watch this movie.
No.
I can't even buy it physically.
And it was on Found TV, but only for the States. So
Yeah.
I was emailing Monica. I'm like, hey, why don't we have it? She's like, I'm sorry.
And when we search movies here too, if it's on Tubi, it won't pop up on Google when we search where to watch. So like sometimes we have to type. We got to type everything into Google Tubi individually if it's like we're trying to locate it in some way. So yeah, it's on the watch list now. This movie's getting watched, but I love this cover art. It is fantastic.
So you all have not seen this one
bursting
yet?
at the seams.
No.
No, because I didn't realize we could watch it yet. So yeah,
I'm so excited for you guys.
I knew you would be.
Mike, what do you think of this? Is a great movie, and I love the cover art for Frogman.
Yeah, I think this is amazing cover art because I like the Frogman, but it took me a long time to realize that there was an outer Frogman to this cover because I don't pay attention to stuff very well. So I really love this cover art.
Beautiful. All of us have an inner and outer Frogman, so it's a very deep cover as well. Okay, well, let's go to our next person here. Mike, you want to go next?
Sure. For me, this was a movie that I did discover on Tubi, and it was because of the cover art. And I absolutely love this movie, and I love the director. It is by Adam Green, who you all know for doing the Hatchet series. But this cover art for me is my favorite, and it is Digging Up the Marrow. Brilliant. It is a found footage mockumentary film. Everybody knows how much I love that subgenre, and I think this is sick cover art. And the movie itself, I love this movie. I put it up very high on the mockumentary list that people should be watching. Adam Green is a fantastic director. I think he makes really fun movies. And yeah, I can't say enough about this movie. I really enjoy it.
Brilliant. Yeah, this is a really good movie. Obviously it has Kane Hodder in it, as you can see here in the cast, and it's because they talk about Hatchet a lot in that movie. And I just love Digging Up the Marrow. Have you all seen that? Our Life in Horror?
No.
I bought it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I own this movie physically, but yes, we have not seen it yet.
No, and I thought you were going to bring up a different movie, so that's on my list, so I'm excited. I want to see this.
Great one. I forgot about the cover art on this movie, but it is really cool.
And then my special thing about this specific movie, because I got to meet Adam Green at Horror Hound 2 years ago, and I needed an autograph, so I have the script to this movie signed by Adam Green, and it is one of my favorite things.
That's so cool.
Oh, nice.
That's really cool. Okay, Digging Up the Marrow, and let's go to Sam next. What's your pick, Sam?
Yeah, I was going to bring up a different movie, but I'm going to continue on the Adam Green trend here. I really like the cover art for Frozen. This is a movie I discovered on my own in my early 20s, watching it on a little laptop in my bed, and it made my stomach hurt. The one scene. I'm not going to say anything in case anyone's not seen it that's listening. But I think this is really cool cover art. I'm scared of heights, so that alone terrifies me. But this is one of my favorite winter movies for sure.
Ooh. What do you think of this movie, Brendan?
Oh, it's an excellent survival movie. Yeah, it's got great acting for me. Sean Ashmore's in there, as well as Kevin Zegers, a couple good Canadian boys. Yeah, they can manage to keep you entertained for the whole hour and 30 minutes, even though it mainly takes place on a ski lift.
Yeah, he's doing another survival movie soon in a hot air balloon that I'm really excited for.
Oh, cool.
What?
Yeah, Rob from Slasher Radio was interviewed him, and apparently they were trying to get more info out of him, but he wouldn't talk about it.
Oh, that's
But-
so cool. Oh my god.
Yeah,
love
I can't
Adam
wait.
Green.
I'm glad because I feel like we haven't gotten anything in a while from him, and
Mhm.
it's so disappointing.
Mhm.
Yes. Oh my god. And have you all seen Chillerama also has really good cover art. Have you all seen that cover art?
We own it, but yeah, I think we bought it just based off the cover art.
Oh, did we?
It was that, or we got recommended it.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that. I like Chillerama. It also has Ray Wise, who was in Digging Up the Marrow too. And always good to see him. But there was another you were talking about Frozen. There was another movie I watched that it was about like a group of young adults who go on, it's not a ski lift, but it's something similar to that, only they're going over a canyon instead of something like this, and they get stuck
Yeah.
there on New Year's. Has
Yeah,
anyone
I
seen that?
almost put
Mm.
that one on, but I haven't, and it's saved somewhere in one of my watch lists that exist.
Yeah, Sam, I think you'll like it. I think you'll like it actually.
It's a different language, right?
I think it's Russian. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
yeah, it's
Lift.
good. I mean,
You're wrong.
anyway. Okay. Oh, my turn. Let's see. Okay. I wanted to show. Where's my cover art list? Oh, I need to share the tab. Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
the kebab.
that.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I
Yep.
thought.
Yep. So I have that one, and then I also had. I'll just do another one because I have a bunch. No, they put the wrong one on Letterboxd, so I got to search on Tubi. Okay, so shark movies have really great covers sometimes. This is one of my favorite shark covers because it's different than what you normally see. With the zombie shark.
That's a cool one.
Oh, that is a nice one.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like it because normally with the shark movies, you're gonna see the shark and he's gonna be under the water or something. You know, we kind of know what to expect with the shark cover. So this is different. And this is Misty Tally, the shark director, very prolific shark director. This is the movie I think that she became the first woman to direct a movie for Sci-Fi Channel for. So
Oh, cool.
Zombie Shark is pretty cool. All right. Yes, Mike.
Oh, I was just gonna say, good old Canadian actors in this one too, led by Cassie Steele from Degrassi.
Ah, I love finding Degrassi stars in my Canadian horror movies. I always see him pop up. Harpoon with Eli.
Ooh. So let's go to Mike next. Mike, what's your next choice for cover art?
Oh, for cover art, my next choice would be. So I had this for a few categories, but I'm gonna keep it for cover art because I love it. Killer Sofa,
Oh, great.
which also
Oh,
could be for Wild Name and Hidden Gem on Tubi.
Yes, I love this movie.
That is a cool one.
I think I love this cover art because, to be honest, I think if I think there's a couple movies, and I'll talk about them later, when I think of my original experience with Tubi, and it is the doom scrolling at 2, 3 in the morning, just trying to find something to watch, and you don't want to watch the regular horror movies that you're used to watching. So you're down, like you've scrolled for like 5 minutes straight down Tubi, and then you end up across a picture like this with a wild name and a wild premise, and you're like, this is what I need to watch at 2 in the morning. And it is a great decision because, as ridiculous and outlandish as the premise is, as the title is, as the art is, it is a dumb, fun, but funny, good movie. I'm a fan of this one.
Yeah, I love it. And I love this cover art too because I love the teeth on there. It reminds me a lot of the original cover art that attracted me when I was at the video store. to horror movies like Jack Frost. I think of his gnarly teeth and the snowman. You know, when you see that with the blood dripping off of it juxtaposed against the fluffy pillow of the sofa or the fluffy snow of the snowman, then it's like, ooh, I want to watch that. That's wrong. That's not how it's supposed to be. And so obviously this whole subgenre is one of my personal favorites, and Tubi is loaded with this type of thing. Like Killer Cart, like the Killer Shopping Cart is on there. In the anthology called Hilarious. You can find that on Tubi. Goes very well with Killer Sofa. Do you all like Killer Sofa?
I haven't
I
seen
haven't
it.
seen it. I've seen the cover art before, and I've heard people talk about it, but I've never seen the movie.
It's nice because it's one of those that you can see these types of movies and be let down, or at worst, you could be bored by it. But this is just like really fun, and it's well made, and it's well acted, and it's very silly.
Yeah, I gotta check that one out.
Killer Sofa, nice. I like that, Mike. Thanks for bringing that one up. Wait, who's next? Brendan, you want to go next?
Yeah. So this cover kind of grabbed me as well. I haven't seen it, but The War of the Werewolf,
Ooh.
I thought had really fun looking cover that definitely would have made me buy this if I was walking in like Walmart and seen it on DVD. I probably would have picked this movie up.
Oh wow.
That's great. I love that cover. What do y'all think of this? Would you watch this movie?
I'm writing it down.
Yeah, it's only an hour 15 too. Easy watch.
Yeah,
And
that's
it's
like
more and
that's
more-
the first thing I look at. Sam, I love that.
Unlike what is it, House Shark? That's like over 2 hours. The only reason I haven't
Yes.
watched it.
See, House Shark is one that I think is a great title, just because it's so just like dumb. But that's the only reason I've never watched it is because of the runtime.
Right? I can only handle so much with a cheesy movie like that. I can't do over 2 hours.
Yeah, this is like a perfect length.
Mhm.
For me, when it comes to Tubi, if it's over an hour 45 minutes, more than likely I'm not gonna watch it because you have to add a good 15
Yep.
plus minutes because of commercials.
The ads, yeah.
Because there's there's a movie that I do want to see, and it's only on Tubi right now, Death of Snow White, but it's 2 hours long. And I'm like,
Why
I'm
is
not
it so
doing
long?
that for that movie on Tubi. I'm not.
That should never be that long. I mean, I would watch Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, whatever, for that long, but that's a very small club. Okay. I see underneath The War of the Werewolf, we have some other good recommendations here.
Brightburn.
Mhm.
I love Willie. I love that looks pretty
Yeah,
good.
that-
Debbie Does Demons. Oh, this is Jessa Flux here. Brightburn. Okay, I'll get distracted here. Look out. Wait, did anyone ever see that movie that was about this woman who goes to a lookout in the forest and she goes crazy while she's there? She thinks her ex is stalking her, but he's not, or something. That came out a couple of years ago, and then this came out, and it has like the exact same premise.
Oh,
But then it's called Lookout. I can't remember what the other one was called, but they're both on Tubi. All right, Sam, you want to go next?
yeah. I'm gonna go with Cannibal Mukbang. This is
Ooh.
one of my favorite covers. She's sitting there eating his brains, which is spaghetti. Yeah, I'm a fan of this movie.
Yeah, this is a great cover. I was gonna choose it, and then I decided to put it in a different category.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
When this movie was being advertised, I could not get enough of resharing like the trailer and the poster, and I just loved the vibes of it. So
Yeah, this is a really fantastic cover art right here. This is like one of those things that you think about from the 80s, you know, like VHS covers. I love that this style is returning. I hate that a lot of generative AI is mimicking this style too, so it becomes harder and harder to determine when that's being used versus when it's an actual talented artist doing it. But anyway, that's another rant for later. Cannibal
this
Buckthorn is
art's
an hour and
amazing.
44 minutes, so it's pushing the length of Tubi. But Mike, what do you think of? Never mind.
No, the cover art's absolutely amazing. Unfortunately for me, I have tried repeatedly to watch this movie and I cannot get into it at all. I have tried probably 3 or 4 because I'm trying to get it for my 2025 list and put it somewhere, and I can't do it. I can't watch it. I'm going to try it at some point down the line. Maybe I can get into it at some point, but I've tried like 3 or 4 times. I never make it past the 25-minute mark.
Yeah, that's fair. I enjoyed the watch. It's not something I'm like probably gonna watch again, to be honest, but it was still like I like the colors and the music, and I really like the main girl that we're following. It's a cute little. It's got like a little love story in there. I don't know. It's definitely not one of those movies where I'm like, this is the best movie ever, but I like the vibes of it. So, and the poster.
Yeah, I told Mike, I can't remember why Mike and I were talking about this the other day, but I liked moments in this. Like I really, I liked the star of this movie, and I did like the little romance. I liked isolated things. I didn't necessarily think that it was like the humor and the horror were balanced very well or something. I don't know. But anyway, great cover art. I wish we had a scene exactly like that. Maybe we did. I can't remember.
I don't remember either, to be honest.
I don't think we did.
No.
Okay. Great. Let's see. Who's next? Mike? Am I?
If I'm next, then I will go along with because I want that for a different one. I will go with one of my favorite movies of all time that I found on Tubi from a recommendation from Sarah Stubbs Says, Horror in the High Desert, the first
Oh,
one.
there we
It's
go.
a super simple cover, but I actually just love how simple it looks. I love it, like to the point where this is something that I would like to get cartoon tattooed like on my wrist. I
Yeah.
just really love how simple this is. Cabin in the woods feel creepy. If I was scrolling without the intention of looking for this movie, I probably would still stop on this cover art and watch it.
I
Beautiful.
like the red.
This is great. I actually put this on my hidden gems list just because it's not a hidden gem to us in the horror community anymore. But it was at one point, and in the general population, it absolutely is still a hidden gem. And I think that this is a movie that the people who aren't hardcore horror fans would enjoy as well and get creeped out by in October. But yeah, brilliant movie. What do y'all think about this cover art?
Yeah, it's spooky looking.
Yeah, it's really good, simple cover art. That perfectly sums up the movie, really. I think I like watched all 3 of these movies within the course of 3 days.
Yeah.
Just because I was so curious to see where it was gonna like what the behind like what was going on in the high desert, and I don't think we ever particularly got an answer. The first one is by far the best out of that original trilogy. I know there's a 4th one coming out, but I haven't seen it.
I love that you just said that because this is one of my favorite movies of all time. And I do think that this is the absolute best of the franchise so far. But I know a lot of people really prefer the sequel because it's got a lot more moving parts in the sequel. There's more tension and more scares throughout the entire movie, where I just feel like this one was a really great mockumentary. Like it felt like a real documentary that you're following the mystery of what happened to this guy. And then again, for me, this is one of the best jump scares that I've ever seen in my life. It caused such a visceral reaction for me, and I just love this movie.
Yes, what was the visceral reaction, Mike?
I almost pooped my pants, like legit.
Love it.
It is. That first one really has that good freaks you out factor. It's one of the most cited movies of when I ask people what's a recent movie that scared you on the Horror Mosaic, it's the one that's cited the most. So I love it. That's a great compliment to Dutch Merrick, the director. All right. Oh, let me show something from my list here. Oh, come on. This movie has a great cover and a great title.
Death Spa.
Death Spa.
I've been wanting to see this for years, and I just haven't gotten to it.
I'm writing this one down.
This movie is a 5-star for me on Letterboxd. It's sat in my top 4 many times on Letterboxd, and this is a movie that's like perfectly made for someone like me. And it's just really funny. It's got great, clever kills, and it's just goofy, but it's also well made, you know. So what do you think about Death Spa?
It's been on my watch list for like a few years now, and I just haven't gotten around to watching it.
It's really good cover art.
Mm-hmm.
I love this cover art. I always confuse it with another movie, so I'm not 100% sure if I saw this one or if I saw Killer Workout.
Right, and they're definitely in that gym horror category, which is great. I love that. Murder Size, of course, which is also on my list for cover art and for title, and for filmmakers on Tubi for A&P Productions. But we'll talk about Murder Size later. But Death Spa is absolutely brilliant, so definitely check it out. You'll sweat blood is the tagline.
I love that.
So that's good. Another one I had was this one I have not seen.
Hanky.
We were talking about killer items, killer sofa. This is a killer handkerchief. This is so up my alley. I can't believe I've never heard of this until I was researching for this. Killer handkerchief with great cover art there. Yeah. Has anyone heard of this?
No.
I heard of it because, again, like I was trying to do a best of, and I was waiting to find this movie because it just kept coming up on my list, but there was nowhere to watch it until after I made my list, and so I'm like, I put it on the back burner now, but I do need to get to this one.
Yeah, I'd never heard of it. They just like added it to Tubi recently, I guess, like you said. So I was like, wow, that's great. I absolutely love that. And I'll do one more. Oh, this one also counts for title for sure. I don't know if anyone's seen this. Stabbed in the Face.
No, but that's a really cool cover art.
That definitely looks like a movie that could be for me or definitely is a miss.
I think it was a conflicting one for me. I think that there's really good moments in it. Like there's a couple of great kills. As you can imagine, the title is kind of one of those titles like how in the 70s and 80s they made a lot of massacre movies where you never see any massacre actually happen. It's kind of like that to some degree, but there is a stabbed in the face moment at least. So you have that. Yeah. Okay. Any other cover art that you want to share? We'll go back around.
I got one. The Wendigo from 2022.
Oh, that's a good one.
So this is just a really simplistic, it's like the horror in high desert with the reds and you got the creepy face in the background. I really nice. It's an hour and 9 minutes.
That's
brilliant. But out of all the Wendigo movies that I saw on here, that was the cover art that grabbed me the most. And I love the Wendigo lore, so
Yeah.
Tubi is definitely full of Wendigo movies if you're looking to watch them.
Brilliant. And I love the on this Wendigo in particular, I love the font of the title. So because it incorporates the look of the creature into it very nicely. So I like whenever you have some cool font as well that feels like how the movie looks in some way. I feel like I started this when it first came out, but I didn't finish it. And I actually think I know I have a connection to the filmmakers because this was made in the Carolinas around where I grew up.
And if this is the one I'm thinking of, it is also in-world camera found footage.
Yes.
If it's
I
the one
think
I'm
that's
thinking
right.
of.
Have you seen it?
Yes. If it's the found footage one, I have. It is not my favorite, but I do love the cover art.
There's like Wendigo horror that is all over the place. Larry Fessenden's Wendigo is really good. I'm not sure if I can think of one that's like that was my ultimate Wendigo movie. Do you have a favorite Wendigo, Brendan?
No, not really. I saw the produced by Del Toro one. I thought that one was really good. And then I think the second episode of Supernatural, like ever, is also a Wendigo episode, which I thought was really well done.
Okay. All right, Sam, Mike, any other cover arts?
No.
Mm,
Okay.
no, I have one I'll bring up, I guess. I don't know if it's really that interesting of cover art. I think it's just eerie for me, but I think it's more based if you like know what it is. But the movie Carla, it's a controversial movie for sure. But I'm a controversial queen over here.
Yeah.
Carla is about with a K. So
Oh, okay.
it's just her face and it's really creepy, but it's about Carla Homolka and Paul Bernardo. And this is yeah, I just think it's super eerie, like just her face. It's played by the girl from that 70s show. I forgot her name.
Oh,
Laura
Laura Prepon, is
So
that how you say it?
she plays, yeah, I guess it would be right there. Yeah.
Misha Collins is also in this from Supernatural fame.
Yeah.
Oh.
So she plays Carla, and then I don't know. The story is super close to home for us. It happened literally in our province. So
Yeah.
Oh wow.
yeah,
I don't
I
think I heard
was,
of this story before. I have to look it up.
oh really?
It's the Ken and Barbie killers.
I don't think maybe I have. I mean, I have like a really steady stream of true crime, so a lot of it blends together. So maybe if I watched it, it would spark a memory.
I forget that like people in the States don't know the story as much as we do because it happened here, right? So like, we know of it more.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like
And I
when
mean-
I was really young, I met one of the victims' moms, apparently, and my mom has this whole story about it. But this movie I found when I was in like, I don't know, just out of high school, I think, and I ended up watching it like a few times, showing my friends and whatever. But this movie is controversial because it kind of paints Carla in the light of being a bit of a victim as well, and I don't really believe that, but she is out right now living her life and whatever. He's still locked up, so that's why this is a controversial movie, because I don't know if I would say it is very true to the story in that way, because I don't really know if I would see her as a victim, because I don't know how you could do
Ooh.
that stuff to your own sister and to other people so yeah, it's a really messed up story, but I just think
Okay.
it's creepy whenever I see her face. So
Yeah. Now that is she roaming around in your area?
no, she
No,
moved.
she's out of province. I think she's in like the islands, the like PEI or New Brunswick or somewhere around in
She's
there.
got kids.
Yeah, she's got a few kids too, and she's like remarried, I think.
Hmm.
All right. Watch out for Carla wherever you go.
If that's still her name.
Yeah.
Right, well, yes, I sincerely doubt that's her name anymore. But you don't have to worry about Paul, I suppose. All right. Well, I'll write that one down. That's definitely creepy.
Yeah.
All right. Any other cover arts? I think I have a couple more here. We were talking about massacres, and I think there's several massacre movies with great titles and great cover art. So I'll just show a couple of my personal favorites here. this is one where you don't really actually have a microwave massacre in this movie,
Yeah.
but what a great cover. So there you go.
That's a good cover.
Has anyone seen this?
I feel like I did, but I don't remember.
It's
It,
so
it would have
silly.
been a long time ago.
It's
Yeah,
really funny, actually.
I have the Arrow Blu-ray release of this movie, but I haven't watched it yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that, didn't I?
Man.
Yeah, you put that for me not that long ago.
You remember the
Because
old
the cover
Frosty the
art's great.
Snowman cartoons? It's the guy, it's a comedian, Jackie Vernon, who did the voice of Frosty the Snowman in one of these old cartoons. He's the star of this, and he's like just like this middle-aged construction worker, and he's sick of his wife nagging him, so he kills her and makes her into a sandwich, basically. And then he realizes that he loves cannibalism, so he starts doing it to everyone. But he doesn't. I don't think he ever kills anyone in a microwave. He does put a body in there at some point to store it, but he doesn't actually microwave anybody. I don't think. But it's really funny. I highly recommend this movie because they just go. At some point, he has this giant knife, like the size of himself, and he's putting mayonnaise on one of his victims on his giant piece of bread.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, it's silly. So there's Microwave Massacre. Oh, here's one good title, great cover. Meat Cleaver Massacre. This one's famous because there's no meat cleavers in this movie whatsoever. There's massacres, but no meat cleaver.
That's what I hate about a lot of these movies, especially like the massacre movies. It's either there's no massacre or there's not something of what they say they are doing. And I'm just like, if you're putting massacre in the title and there's no massacre, I'm kind of upset, which is part of the reason why I have a hate relationship with the Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise.
Right.
Because there's never a massacre.
Right. Except in 2022, right?
The one that everyone hates that I love.
Yeah, see, I was like, I bet you love 2022. Meat Cleaver Massacre. Has anyone seen that?
No.
I don't actually remember it. I just remember thinking, there's not a meat cleaver in this. Christopher Lee is not in the movie, even though he's given top billing. And they put his name in the movie's credits too, as if he stars in this movie. But they just like use his voice or something. There's a very technical reason why they were able to use his voice in this movie, and so they just like said, put a meat cleaver and put Christopher Lee in this, and we'll sucker people into watching the movie. Let's see. Was there any others? I'll save one of these for when we talk about filmmakers because I think it qualifies for cover art too. But in the name of moving on to our next category, we're going to go on to titles. I've discovered lots of movies based on their titles on Tubi, and so let's start with that. Sam, do you have any titles you want to talk about?
Yeah. Actually, all the titles I wrote down I have not seen, but they're ones that I kind of would be interested in based off the title. I put down The Final Rose because I'm a big reality fan, TV fan, and I used to be obsessed with The Bachelor and Bachelorette. So The Final Rose intrigued me because it's a horror about The Bachelor, I guess.
And it's a Tubi original too. I didn't know. I haven't seen.
Yes.
This.
I'm writing that down.
Yeah, I'm still watching this.
I'm definitely gonna watch that too. This, I mean, I watch any Tubi original to be honest with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Would you
Brendan,
watch
would
that?
you watch this?
I mean, yeah, sure. I watch anything you put on.
This is the closest to reality TV I'm gonna get you to watch with me.
That's what she says. I mean, yeah, I'd watch it. It'd be fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
The closest I've ever been to reality TV was in New Orleans in like 2009, 2010. Real World New Orleans was filming there.
So cool. Oh my gosh. I watched all the Real Worlds. I still watch the challenge.
But we saw them like filming a fight, and they did like multiple takes.
Real World.
Yeah, it was
I love
funny.
it.
But yeah. Okay. Final row is Mike. Do you got a title?
So I had some, but I'm gonna pull one that literally just came as we were looking through some of this stuff. There was something that just was very eye-catching.
Ooh.
So I have not seen it. I don't know anything about it. But when you were showing one of the massacre movies, I saw a title called Uranus Attacks.
Yeah, that's on my list too, Mike.
And I just couldn't, the whole time you were talking, I'm just staring at this title.
Uranus.
And I need to know, oh my God. The
Number
first,
wrong?
45.
the two fudge factory workers right there tells me everything I need to know about this movie.
Oh
Yeah, it's
my
definitely one of
God.
those types of movies.
Two
Um,
fudge factory workers team up with a secretive government agent to save their town of Uranus, Missouri from a hive-minded alien slug. I hate that I'm going to write this down.
Please report back.
I got 2 minutes into it today. That's a great title. Great cover art, question mark, because I don't know if it's AI or not. But question mark on that, because otherwise I'd say yes, that's great cover art. All right, I'm not going to ask if anyone's seen Uranus Attacks, because I don't think we have. It just came out. Oh, let me pick a different one here. I forgot I'm in the cover art section still. We're talking about crazy titles. This is one of my absolute favorites that I picked based on the title alone. And this is Canadian horror.
Oh.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I was like,
Oh.
Oh, that's really cool
Legend
art.
of the Psychotic Forest Ranger.
I like that
Um,
cover art a lot.
Great cover art, great title. I picked it because of the title. And this
20,
is an hour
okay.
20 minutes. It has to be destined to become Canadian cult horror because of this guy's performance as the Psychotic Forest Ranger. He's like perfect in this. The movie is very bad, but his lines, he's got so many one-liners in this movie right before he kills people, like he gets sent into the woods to help out this other forest ranger, and he goes, I'm here to relieve you of life. And then he kills him. So he's got lots of great lines in this. So I recommend this movie primarily for his performance. All right, Brendan, you want to go?
Yeah. So I haven't seen any of these movies either, just like Sam, but again, you get some wild titles on Tubi. So my first one, I'm gonna go with Piranaconda.
Ooh, good one.
That just sounds
Pull that up.
ridiculous.
Is this the Asylum?
Yeah, I think so.
It has to be, right?
Ooh,
Michael
Asylum.
Madsen. Yep. Ooh, look who directed it. Jim Wynorski. This is the guy who directed Chopping Mall. And he also directed Sharkensaw Women's Prison Massacre, which is on my list of crazy titles too.
We just bought that.
I'm sure Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did buy it.
Like
Yeah.
in the last year. We haven't watched it yet.
And
Shark
my undershirt
Kansas.
is Chopping Mall.
What'd you say? Chopping Mall is
The
great.
shirt I'm wearing under this is Chopping Mall.
Oh, really? How many shirts do you have on?
Just two.
Okay.
It's
And then
false.
under
Got a
that,
whole
there's
layer.
Piranaconda. I haven't seen this, but I love this category of movie. I love anything the Asylum does, and I love Michael Madsen as an actor. Rest in peace. So this is a great choice here. Has anyone seen Pranaconda?
No.
No, I'm writing it down.
Oh, really? I did not think that you would write this one down.
Why?
Just because it's ridiculous sounding. Although I guess
Did I not
I've-
buy Shark Kansas, whatever it's called?
I've seen the shark movies you buy, I guess.
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
All right. If you two ever come to the United States and you ever visit us in the South and you ever go to a state called Arkansas and you say Arkansas, they're going to chase you out of there.
Okay. Good to know.
I'm just helping you. Okay. Pranaconda, great choice. Sam, you got one?
Title?
Yes. I mean, and Pranaconda, this represents a whole category of all these mashup names. You know, it's like there's so many of these. I love it.
I'm gonna go with Requiem for a Scream, only because it reminds me of Requiem for a Dream, and that movie is still probably one of the most scarring movies I've ever watched in my life.
That's great.
This
Oh.
one would be too, but not for the same reasons.
Okay, I haven't seen it, so
I think I wrote that down
It's not
somewhere
good.
too, actually.
no. Okay.
Oh, that's why. I was like, why did that sound so familiar? It's the Tubi original. Did you see this one, Mike?
Yeah, was not a fan of this one.
Okay.
Okay, good to know. Won't waste my time.
I'm gonna watch it anyway because I have a thing about finishing all these Tubi originals. But sorry, I didn't know I was blinding you with this light over here this whole time. Okay. Mike, you got one?
Oh yeah. So in the same vein of Piranaconda and going back to our love of shark movies, I have to bring up, because I think it's a clever name and I like the movie and I even like the cover art, Santa Jaws.
Everybody talks about this movie. We have yet to see it.
Mhm.
It is one of the shark movies that obviously the shark is not the most, it's not the greatest looking
Right.
shark that you're going to see in a shark movie. And it is a wild, silly concept, but I'm not going to lie. I will watch this yearly. I think it's a fun, funny movie. I was shocked that it wasn't just watchable. It made me enjoy watching it.
Yeah. Well said. This is a great movie and it's super funny. Another Misty Tally movie. We talked about Zombie Shark. This is another Misty Tally movie. She also did Mississippi River Sharks, Ozark Sharks. I can't think of the others right now, but all of those movies are actually great, silly shark movies. But the reason that they're great is because she focuses so much on developing the characters. So the characters in these movies are actually people that you like and you root for. And these are people that she works with frequently. So you'll see the same cast in all these movies playing different characters. So I think, and she's working with a lot of locals from these areas that she films in. So it's very authentic to the culture and stuff. So I think it's just great to watch her movie. Santa Jaws is genuinely funny and really fun to watch.
Yeah.
I have to check that.
Is that the cover you were thinking of? Because I feel like there's another cover.
There's a
too.
cartoonish
like
cover.
Zombie Shark. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's look up that one.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because he's the premise is it's about this kid who draws this Santa Jaws comic, and then he brings him to life that by drawing him. So I love that. And
With a
actually,
magical Christmas pen.
this came from the movie Mississippi River Sharks. Whenever I interviewed Misty Tally for Horror Mosaic, she told me that if you look in the background in Mississippi River Sharks, there's a movie called Santa Jaws playing on the television, and that's kind of where it came from. They're like, make that movie. whenever they were thinking of what to do next. So I hope Misty Tally comes back with her. She told me she wants to make Street Sharks, that old 90s or 80s, I can't remember, cartoon. She wants to make a live action Street Sharks, which would be so cool. All right, Santa Jaws, that's great. Okay, I watched this one because of the title. Also has a good cover. Oh, I'm not sharing it. Sorry. There we go.
Go.
Oh my gosh.
Mike, have you seen this movie?
Yes, I have seen this movie.
Yeah.
Oh, this movie.
This movie made me laugh. I had a good time with it, but what's funny is the werewolf is like what do you think, Mike?
I think it's a movie, and it was made. And yeah, those are my thoughts on the Yorkie werewolf. Love the cover art. I will say cover art and the title is very funny. And again, this is you're doom scrolling at 2 a.m. You are gonna pick this movie. Is it gonna be a hidden gem? That is up to your personal taste.
So I thought that the star of this actually did a pretty good job of playing the Yorkie werewolf. But your mileage will vary on this movie. It is only an hour and 14 minutes. So there's that. Let's see, did I have another one? Oh, I've got tons of them. Oh, this is a funny one. I liked this one because I've never seen it. The Navy versus the Night Monsters. Have you heard of this? Where is it?
No.
There it is. The Navy versus the Night Monsters from 1966. Let me read you the premise. A scientific expedition to Antarctica unleashes a nightmarish terror upon a South Seas Navy base as acid-bleeding killer trees take over the island.
Wow. Sounds like fun.
Okay. I discovered this scrolling through titles. I was like, that's quite a title. And then I read the premise and I was like, that is quite a premise. Love it. Will you be watching this, Mike?
No, not
What?
this one.
You have standards?
Sometimes.
Okay. Oh, this one. This was one where I picked it. My friend and I picked it because of the title, and then we were happy to discover that it was Full Moon Features. And we ended up loving it. Is Baby Oopsie.
Baby Oopsie.
Anyone seen Baby Oopsie?
No.
If I did, no, I'm just looking at the year that it was. I'm thinking of a different movie then. No, I did not see this one, but I will watch it because I do have a love for Full Moon.
Yeah. I mean, this is like brings you back to old classic Full Moon style. Baby Oopsie is practical doll. Baby Oopsie's like a possessed like Chucky type doll. So foul mouth, wisecracking. The main character, there's 3 or 4 of these movies. Baby Oopsie as a character was also in Demonic Toys from the 90s, I think, or maybe the 80s. So Baby Oopsie was a minor character, a supporting character in those movies under Full Moon Features. And then in the 2020s or late 2019 or whatever, became the center of this Baby Oopsie series. So I highly recommend Baby Oopsie. I think it's really fun.
Okay.
Let me see. Oh, actually, several are on the same page that I'd put on my list. I see Amityville Karen. I put that on there because that's just a great title, and of course, Amityville series is full of those titles. I watched Amityville Karen.
Oh, God, how was it?
Actually, the star of it was like a great choice to play that character and actually bring some charm and humor to the character.
It's done by the guy that did Desert Fiends, right?
Wait, what is that?
I think it was made by the guy that did Desert Fiends.
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Sean C. Phillips.
I think so.
Okay. Attack of the Killer Donuts, that was on mine. I put that on there for similar reasons as Killer Sofa's on there. I love this category of movie. I call this a hidden gem because not a lot of people watch this movie in the horror community. So I think it's a hidden gem in the horror community. It's pretty funny, I think. And there's especially a funny moment where this lady, she can't eat sweets anymore, but she like buys herself a dozen donuts once a week and eats all of them. And she goes through this whole routine where she's like dancing before she opens it, and she's like dancing with the donuts before they eat her. So I think it's pretty funny. Attack of the Killer Donuts, Uranus Attacks. Oh, this was a good one. I've never heard of this. We talked about bugs. This should have been on our bug horror movie.
Vampire Ticks.
Vampire Ticks from Outer Space.
And look at that cover. It's an hour and 2 minutes. It sounds worth watching. It's a cargo of bloodsuck. But the reason I think this is a great title is because it really makes zero sense. Like, first of all, ticks are already vampires, so you don't have to say vampire ticks. It's kind of like redundant. And then why do they have to come from outer space? They already live on Earth. You could just call this movie Ticks. It's like just watch Ticks. But I haven't watched this yet to see if it's worth it, so I'll probably watch it. Okay. You have Decapitated. Have you heard of Decapitated? Trauma?
No.
No.
Yeah, so this is a trauma camp slasher movie, of course. It's actually pretty funny. And it has a really great, like one of the best title drops at the beginning of the movie. I think it's great. Decapitated. Any other titles?
Yeah, I got one. Camp Blood Clown Shark.
Oh, Camp Blood.
That's
There's
so
like
awkward.
18 of those movies.
I just saw it and I
Blood
was
Clown
like,
Shark.
yeah, that just sounds ridiculous. So it sounded like that Camp Blood Fart Lake or whatever it's called that Isaiah always preaches.
Oh, you know that's
I was
on this list.
Oh yeah. So I was like, the Camp Blood Clown Shark sounds pretty ridiculous too. I tried to fast forward it to see, like, I wanted to see what the shark looked like, just because I think the cover art is also kind of cool. So I didn't end up getting to see what it looked like though.
This is one of those cover arts that's like borderline. Is it AI or is it a cool design? It's like it's hard to know. But I love that Camp Blood Clown Shark. You can't have 4 singular syllable words in a row. That's too awkward. You have to vary it up a little bit. But I see that this is done by Mark Polonia, which makes a lot of sense. Did he do all the Camp Blood movies?
I don't know if he did, but there are 15 of these movies.
So he probably did. Yeah, that's probably
Wow.
Jesus.
Jeff
Wow.
Kirkendall. Yep, there's that partnership. Okay. I've seen him in a lot of, well, obviously Mark Polonia movies. I feel like he's in some Asylum movies too. All right. Any other titles? I have some here. Obviously, Terror at Blood Fart Lake. which is on Tubi for anyone to watch. Should anyone ever want to watch this? I can't say that. I think Sam would actively despise this movie, like passionately.
I think you actually told me not to watch it because at first you told me to watch it, and then you were like, "Actually, don't because you're gonna hate it."
But on that same row, you can see Trailer Park of Terror, which is fantastic and true hidden gem that I discovered on Tubi years ago, and it's not on my
I love
list,
that movie.
so I'm glad I saw it here. Yeah, that's a great
That
one.
movie is actually really funny and really good.
Mhm.
Shocking. I was expecting one thing and got nothing that I expected from that movie. Have you seen it, Mike?
Nope, I'm writing it down. Trailer.
I like the girl that's in it, the main girl that we're following.
Yeah.
She's such a good character.
All right. Oh, this is not this is not horror, but I thought it was a fantastic title on Tubi. So let me
I heard of this one.
That is funny.
I was just scrolling through Tubi today and I was like, that is funny as shit. You said you heard of this one, Mike?
Yeah.
What did you hear about it? Just the title?
That it's awful. I saw it all over TikTok. People were just like, "What the hell is this?"
I love his big grinning face on the cover of
I
this.
know.
The Grinch that stole bitches. So I was like, "You fake man." So there's that. What was the other crazy title I saw? Oh. Oh no.
Yeah.
Versus the Illuminati.
Jesus.
Nope. No. Nope.
I
No
watched
interest in that one.
I watched the first 5 minutes of this and it's just just as bad as anything as you could ever imagine. Yeah. It's not AI, but it could be. Let's see here. Oh, great title and great movie. Dude Bro Party Massacre.
I've heard of this one.
Yeah. Patton Oswalt is in this movie.
Yeah, Dude Bro Party Massacre 3, and there's no 1 or 2, right?
Right. And there's a few movies in the horror genre that do this. I think of The Third Friday in October Part 5 is so funny. I would put these two movies as like the top pillar in that category of movies to me because they both do satire of this genre so well. Dude Bro Party Massacre is so well written. It's just absolutely hilarious, very well acted. It's like a very smart spoof of these types of things.
I hated this movie so much.
What? Well, I mean, why did you hate it?
So it could be too. So this was when I did a 24-hour marathon of movies with massacre in the title. And this may have been in the far end where I was just like over seeing a bunch of bad movies.
Yeah.
And no, I did not have fun with this one. I was
Well-
waiting for it to be over the entire time.
Yeah,
But
it could
again,
be
like,
because you were
Could
watching a
be
bunch of
not
them in a
my
row.
type of humor.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like because they're bros, and they're being extremely broy in this as a caricature. So people might have a limit for that too. So like my sister would absolutely despise this movie with all of her being, for that reason. So yeah, mileage will vary but if your humor will align with it. But it also has Greg Sestero from The Room. So he's one of the stars of this. which is pretty great. Oh, okay. Of course, you have Sorority Babes and the Slime Ball Bolorama. That one is a classic at
movie.
this point in the horror community. But there's also the wonderful series with Eric Roberts that I love. Has anyone seen Stalked by My Doctor?
No.
No.
There's like 6 of these movies. And Eric Roberts plays the same guy in all of them. And I think this character is one of the underrated villains in Letterboxd has it categorized as horror. It's definitely more like a Lifetime thriller, but it's very comedic too because of Eric Roberts' portrayal of this doctor. But you just have to watch it because his character develops over the course of these 6 movies, and he's just so funny to watch. Stalked by My Doctor. There's also Stalked by My Amish Boyfriend, which is not part of this series. Stalked by My Mother. There's all kinds of these movies, but Stalked by My Doctor is the best one in my opinion. Okay, I think that's all the titles that I had. Oh, Stuff Stephanie into the Incinerator. That's a classic title from Troma. They don't do that in the movie. That's one of those types. I Dismember Mama. That's a good one. So these are all on Tubi. Watch them now. All right, what's our next category here?
Hidden gems.
Hidden gems, yeah.
Oh, here we go. Hidden gems. So these are movies that you found on Tubi. Whether or not you found them on Tubi or you found them somewhere else and they're on Tubi now, that doesn't make a difference. Just anything that you consider to be a hidden gem, whether that's in the context of the horror community or outside of it, however you want to define that is totally up to you. I have like 30 movies on this list, so I'm going to rattle a bunch off, but I'll let you all go first and see if we have any that cross over. So Sam, you want to start us off with yours?
Yeah, I will bring up I'll bring up Candyland because I feel like that movie doesn't get talked about enough, and I really, really liked this movie when we watched it. Actually, it's a pretty cool poster too, from what I can remember. Yeah, this movie, trigger warning, there is a pretty brutal SA scene in this movie.
Yes.
If that part of the movie was out of it, this could be considered a pretty sexy movie. But then there's that scene. But there's a lot of gore, surprisingly. It's just my type of characters. I like the trashy, like, I don't know, I just like that style. So I really like this movie. I think you did too.
Oh yeah, I like this movie as well.
And
Yeah,
it doesn't get talked about a lot.
This is fantastic. This is also on my list of hidden gems because this is one I discovered on Tubi. I didn't discover it on Tubi, but I think I discovered it because of Sam actually talking about it on Our Life in Horror one time. And then I found it on Tubi. So I was able to watch it that way. And I agree. This is one of my highest rated when I looked at my Tubi watches on Letterboxd. This was one of my highest rated out of that whole bunch. So this is a great movie. Have you seen it, Mike?
I still have not seen it, but it has been on my list because Sam did recommend it. And it was on one of our, it was something that we all did together where this movie was brought up, and it's been on my list for a while because of it.
Yeah, I can't remember why we brought it up.
The vehicles one.
Big shit.
Oh,
Yes.
maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was when we were doing the different transportation horror.
Because it's a truck stop.
Yeah. Truck stop. Yeah, this is great because Candyland is like a place. And it's this truck stop basically. And it's just like I think that they developed the world so well in that movie. And the characters are great, like you said. You really care about the characters, and that's what makes the essay part so difficult to watch.